I'm back at LTO again for my registration. I've got a whole stack of my insurance paperwork here. And you can see the office up here. They didn't have my license plates figured in. The computers didn't have my new license plates, which took 8 months to get. And they're still not in the computers. And I went through all these emissions tests a month ago and hoping to get my registration. So they said the computers are not updated. They don't have it, so I have to come back in a month. So today I'm here. Got a number 004, so that means I'm the fourth one here. It's 8 o'clock sharp. So we'll see how fast this goes today. This is kind of some of the steps that you have to get your registration. When I get through in here, they're going to be calling me in a minute. I'll come back out and I'll give you a little clip of what it takes to get your paperwork together here. The secret to getting your registration or anything else here is get here early. This room is going to fill up real fast. You got a lady up here to this front desk. She does all the processing, and she's real helpful. She pointed it to me when I first got here last month to go outside and get my paperwork checked. Well, she just pointed outside, and I was lost, and I walked out there, and nobody had helped me. So she came out and she showed me where to go down the street to get my paperwork checked by an officer, and I'll point that out to you when I get outside. Well, I've got it. It's 8:25. I managed to get the paperwork through, and here's my new 2015 registration form. Quite a job to get it. I had to take the motorcycle in first to an emissions testing center for a brand new motorcycle. We got all these diesels kicking out the black smoke. It's kind of cute, kind of funny, I guess, but you know, they got to start setting rules sometime. But I had to do my emissions test. That was 350 pesos, and it's good for 30 or 45 days or whatever. And I went over and got insurance. I was going to talk to you guys about insurance for your motorcycle. You get insurance when you buy a motorcycle, and the worst thing in the world you can do is do what I did and not even check into your insurance policy, because it's virtually worthless. If somebody gets hurt, there's 100,000 pesos that will be applied to them, but you've got no motorcycle damage, you've got no damage to you, no medical, you've got no liability to other properties. They can actually take your motorcycle away, I guess, if they want. If you run into a car or a house, you can't pay to get it fixed. So I knew the insurance was about over, so I went to Standard Insurance. There's a couple of major companies here. One of them Standard, I don't remember the other one. And I got the insurance policy for 13 months because I had to prorate it and give it an extra month so I could get my insurance at the same time I got my registration. So 13 months of insurance, and that's liability, personal liability for me, my medical coverage for the people, the whole 9 yards. Still not a lot of money, 100,000 pesos. And then they gave me collision insurance for the devaluation of my motorcycle, which is about 49,000 pesos, I think. The whole thing for 12 months for the insurance, 13 months for the insurance, was 2,850 pesos, which is really not bad. I don't have my calculator on. Divide 2,850 pesos by 44, and that was my insurance cost, and that's the most insurance I could buy. As far as getting comprehensive insurance for theft, when your motorcycle's stolen, forget it. You're not going to get it here, unless you got a special underwriter that's willing to do that for you. Your standard insurance policies will not cover theft of your motorcycle. Well, let me show you a little bit about what I had to do here. When I got here originally, I took the paperwork in to this desk here. There's a desk here. And then this lady in here, she saw me going outside. She pointed outside and she said, I've got to get my paperwork approved by somebody. So she pointed outside, and where I'm standing now is where she was pointing, and I had no idea what she was talking about. But she walked me outside. She walked me out to the gate here, to this little side road. outside the LTO, and I'm supposed to find an office out here for a guy that will actually inspect my paperwork to make sure I've got it right before he can process it. So then I had to go down the road here, only in the Philippines, of course. Walk down the road this way, and I'm looking for this guy to do my paperwork, and he's got to prove it before anything can happen. So I have to go back here into this, almost looks like a company yard, vehicle repair shops, and then back over there in the back there, let me get out the light here, you can see a group of people sitting out there, and there's a desk right out here in the middle of this parking lot. So you have to go out to this desk and wait, and some guy will show up. He's some kind of an official, and he'll show up and he'll look through your paperwork, and he'll just kind of smile at you and sign it and hand it back to you and tell you it's okay. But if your paperwork's got to be inspected by this fella out here before you can get your inspection, before you can even process your paperwork. He looks at your emissions test, he looks at your paperwork, he looks at your insurance, and then he sends it in. And then that lady at the front desk I was talking about, she takes care of getting, she's the one that makes sure everything is finally done, and then she stamps it and takes it to the back. Well, that's the process of getting your registration now. The emissions test cost me 350 pesos. And I questioned that because I was told I could get it cheaper. And so I started to leave, and they didn't budge, so I just went ahead and let them do it, and come to find out that is the going price. My registration paperwork inside here cost me 425 pesos. So less than 1,000 pesos to get my paperwork done.